Welcome back. This is the Harper Family Travel Channel. We want to talk about today something that people keep asking us, and that is, why are we starting in Thailand? Why did we pick Thailand to start our year of travel with our 4 kids?
Actually, there's a lot of reasons. And for some reasons might not make sense to you, but for us really added up to a lot of value for us to start there. I spent a lot of time researching this. I'd come to Amber and we've shared a little bit about, the cost of living and things like that. But then I would also share a lot about culture, food. There's a reason why she thinks that this is the main reason why we're going, is I absolutely love Southeast Asian cuisine, specifically Thai food. I love it. I love spicy food. Honestly, one of the things I've already mentioned that I do think is important is to look at cultures through food. Thai food is so delicious to me that it was definitely something that said maybe I'd be interested in the culture. So I started researching a lot. And really, when we were looking at our first go, where should we start our journey? We really came down to 2 places, right?
Well, I want to mention how many places that you actually looked into.
Yeah.
Mexico was the obvious first choice.
Yeah, we've been there multiple times.
It would be the easiest choice. Mm-hmm. We've already been there. We know what to expect. But we also looked into Dominican Republic. We looked into Costa Rica and Cancun and Cozumel and Portugal.
And Cyprus and Albania.
Yeah.
And just kept looking and trying to find a place that looked interesting. And might serve all of our needs. Years here, people. Really a lot of reading and listening and observing, trying to figure out something. And I really came to 2 places that I felt like would work the best for us starting out. Yeah. And one was Mexico. Yeah. And one was Thailand. And so Thailand actually, it just felt like the adventure. Like, if we're gonna do this,
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We wanted to just, if you do Mexico, we've done it multiple times. We've driven in Mexico. We've spent time there, and we really like it. I like the food. Yeah. I like some horchata. And I love those kinds of things about Mexico. And we felt like it was going to work for us as a family. But we felt like maybe going further away might actually have more an adventurous nature to it that might help keep us in the present, might help just keep us learning, because we've never been over there. It's exciting to us. It's inspiring to us. So that's honestly a reason.
And going farther first. Yeah. Because in the beginning, it's exciting, it's fun, and we'll be less homesick. If we considered strongly going to Mexico for 3 months, coming back for Christmas, and then going across the ocean. And then we've used some of our cash reserves to go to Mexico for one. And then we thought the kids may not want to leave again if they came back. So we wanted to give it a full, really good year to see if this is something we can work out as far as income and as far as getting accustomed to some of the challenges along the way, because there will be some downsides to this, but hopefully we can build in enough upsides that it's worth the whole thing, which most people, when they travel, they say, oh, it was totally worth it, the whole thing, even the ups and even the downs.
Right. So there's some practical things that for the education for our children that I really found very interesting for us to experience. The biodiversity there is very unique, and nothing like that over here. We're not going to find monitor lizards in our parks. We're not going to see monkeys as we're going up some steps. We're not going to experience those kinds of things. We can't ride an elephant just because in the United States. I'm sure you can find a place, but it's a unique experience. So there's some things about the beaches that we absolutely love. There's some bioluminescent lagoons. If you don't know what that is, it's essentially where there's this stuff in the water, this bacteria that when they get touched, they glow blue. They're going to be able to see bioluminescence happen in nature, and that is absolutely cool to me. I am looking forward to seeing that. Unique rock structures, unique seafood to eat and to observe, but that's just really interesting to us. And also, no winter.
Yeah.
No winter.
I wanted to go somewhere that had beaches, so that eliminated all of the places that don't have these.
Equator.
I was like, if you can get me to a beach, I'm not a really big travel person. I don't have to go somewhere and explore an adventure. I'm up for the challenge, don't get me wrong, but it was really appealing for me to go be by the beach. I'm into all of the natural health stuff with the grounding and the ocean and the air and the walking and the movement, and just having more of a lifestyle where we want to be outside, having an outdoor. It's healthier for the kids, it's healthier for some of the foods over there that are more healthy. So for me, that's what was appealing, and Thailand has those things.
There's other things we can experience in Thailand, but one thing for sure, there's a rainy season and a dry season, and it's 90 degrees year round. So we knew that was going to match for her. We don't have to pack a jacket. Good for us.
That is good.
Another thing that we thought, there's just unique things to do. And I've expressed some of those, like the riding elephants and things like that, but there's just unique rock structures, and going to experience Buddhist temples and show our kids, this is how people worship. This is what people do. This is how we worship. This is what we do. And the conversations that we hope to come from that are going to be just really helpful for us to shape our own faith. The other thing as well is the infrastructure. So it's going to be very important for us to be able to have good internet. We need that network so that we can work online. And Thailand is definitely one of those countries that, even though it's considered still a developing country, it's going to give us the opportunity to connect online and work well.
A lot of people think that we're like going to Thailand. Nobody knows what Thailand is. I know I didn't know what Thailand was or is or how big it is. It's about the size of Texas, I think. I think Texas is even a little bit bigger because everything's bigger in Texas. I mean, obviously. The other thing was being able to fly for very inexpensively from Bangkok to other cities that are very close, or countries, really, that are right around there. So we can easily travel, and it's not that expensive once you're across the ocean. You get to go to all these other places. So Bangkok, Thailand was more centrally located for a lot of other places and stops we could go for very inexpensive, like $50 a plane ticket. Thailand has all of the modern conveniences. We're not going somewhere to live in a tent in the bush somewhere. We are going to have all the modern conveniences. We're going to live in an Airbnb, and we're going to live as close to the beach as possible. That's within our budget. And living by the beach is free, and we'll get to take the kids there, and I think it's going to be an experience that they're absolutely going to love.
Being in a place where we can go to multiple countries cost effectively is going to really help us out as we try to explore and grow and learn about these other Southeast Asian countries.
Especially the first year. Jeremy is transitioning his work to all online. I'm creating videos, I'm doing online stuff. I'm doing some stuff with mindset and helping other moms. And it gives us the opportunity to have a low cost of living while we build these things, which would be very difficult to do in the US. If you're using all your paycheck to live in the US, you can't really use it to start building your side hustle. So as we do this, we're going to be able to take advantage of the cost of living there while we're building something else. And that's not something we can just quit our job here and start doing. And we couldn't do it while you were doing it because I'm a full-time homeschool mom of 4 boys, and then he's working full-time, and it's been very difficult. We don't have any other time to like build a side hustle or do something else. So this allows us to create the lifestyle that we want now, to where we're traveling and working. We're not going to go over there and just be like on vacation. We are going to be working, and we are going to be it's not like we're going to just take a year off. And I think some people think maybe we're just going to go and just take a year, and it's not going to be like that. We are building while we are traveling, and there's going to be some challenges that go along with that. But our hope and what we expect the outcome to be is that we'll be able to travel and work at the same time, and then live in the US if we want to, and then travel when we want to. But this first year, we kind of just need to live over there while we're building what we're building.
Absolutely. 10 years ago, this probably wouldn't even be very possible. But today, with the ability to work online, is really going to make things really practical for us to do this. Might as well try to do an experience traveling, world schooling, and work on a business. might as well.
So I hope that helps you guys understand a little bit more about our journey and why we picked Thailand. And we'll see you in the next video.